Welcome to another edition of Let's Play Ring of Honor 2015, and we are here at one of the most anticipated pay-per-views of the year thus far, ROH Validation. Validation has been extremely talked about in recent weeks with the likes of the Kingdom, the Addiction, facing off with the Young Bucks in a tag team title match, and I will explain why the main event says the Kingdom versus the Addiction and not the Young Bucks in a second. But also Kyle O'Reilly versus Rob Echoes in the finals of the 16-man single elimination tournament that we have gone through for the last 2 months. ACH versus Chris Hero. It is time for ACH to get validation. And as you can tell, the last segment I have to book is having to do with the world title and the Thing and what happened 2 weeks ago to close off Ring of Honor television when Welsh, the mysterious Welsh, attacked Jay Briscoe in the middle of the ring following his match against Michael Hogan. Well, fans, it happens again, but this time, Jay's the one who does the attacking. Just making sure nothing's wrong. And I do this to free up the guys that most notably are not freed up. By that I mean road agents and other people. Oh, of course, right? So, now, without further ado, let's get to the show. The opening match, the opening segment, the pay-per-view, kicks off with Nigel in the ring, ready to make a big announcement, as Nigel declares that the main event tonight will be for the ROH World Tag Team titles, but due to the Young Bucks having contractual obligations in New Japan, today the Young Bucks are unable to appear, and therefore there will be just as Nigel is set to finish his statement, out comes Bennett, Taven, and Maria, the Kingdom, and they plead their case as the tag team that should be taking the Young Bucks spot for the tag team title match against the Addiction, and the Addiction come out to plead their case to say that the Kingdom doesn't deserve the title shot, but Nigel's heard enough, and he says that the Kingdom, that his hands are tied, and the Kingdom are right, that he's giving them the opportunity, but he tells them not to screw it up, and announces that the main event tonight is the Kingdom versus Bad Influence, where the winners will be the ROH World Tag Team Champions. And we kick off tonight with the first match for validation, as ACH seeks validation after being screwed out of a shot for the television title. He faces off with Chris Hero, and ACH gains his validation by beating Chris Hero with a surprise roll-up and gaining the big victory against the veteran of Ring of Honor. We move to an earlier taped segment where Johnny Gargano warns Rob Echoes against the dangers of Red Dragon due to Kyle O'Reilly having Bobby Fish at ringside. He warns Rob Echoes, but Echoes says he's not worried. Very cocky and arrogant Echoes comes out on top. Doesn't take kindly to Johnny's advice, but Johnny takes it upon himself after he sees Bobby Fish get involved in the match. Johnny takes it upon himself and interferes in the match, distracting Kyle O'Reilly from Rob Echoes, allowing Echoes to take advantage of the opportunity, and Echoes to win the tournament. Rob Echoes is the winner of the 16-man single elimination tournament due to a dual distraction from Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. And now we move to the next segment, which is BJ Whitmer talking about saying what he's going to do to Roderick Strong what he's going to do to Roderick Strong, and basically also putting over the fact that he's not Adam Page and he's not Jimmy Jacobs. He's BJ Whitmer and the leader of the decade for a reason. Now we move to the next segment, which is Roderick Strong versus BJ Whitmer. And BJ Whitmer comes up short against his former stablemate, Roderick Strong, as Roddy wins the match and goes on a clean sweep against the decade and places all the momentum in his court. And now we move to the next portion of the show with TJ Perkins issuing an open challenge as he once again says it's once again time for him to prove that he is the best wrestler in the world under 230 pounds. And this man accepts his challenge, that is Rich Money. And TJ Perkins is victorious over Rich Money, proving in his mind once again that TJ is the best wrestler in the world under 230 pounds. TJ is celebrating, but then stops, sees Rich Money still on the ground, and he beats him down. He continues to inflict damage on Rich Money. That is until Christian York runs in and saves Rich Money, in turn running off TJ Perkins and helping Rich Money to his feet, the veteran being there for the younger. Looks like TJ Perkins may not have to make an open challenge next time, as he may have a challenger to go against next time in Christian York. But if the segments get anywhere near if the match gets anywhere near what the segments just got, it's going to be an unceremoniously short tenure for Christian York here in ROH. And speaking of a short tenure, the Kingdom became a tag team recently, officially, even though they'd been teaming together for a while over in Japan. The Addiction, unfortunately for them, was unable to face the Young Bucks because of contractual obligations that the Young Bucks had in Japan. Therefore, the Kingdom took their spot, and the Kingdom actually comes up on top in the match and is the new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. That's right, the Kingdom are victorious. And now we move to the next segment, where we have Nigel McGuinness calling out the Monster Welsh to try and get to the bottom of what happened 2 weeks ago, to end Ring of Honor television when Welsh attacked Jay Briscoe. Welsh walks down to the ring, but while Welsh walks down to the ring, assumingly with all the intention in the world of telling Nigel why he did what he did, but he doesn't have the opportunity, as just as Welsh enters the ring, Jay Briscoe runs down to the ring as Jay wants a piece of Welsh, and you can't help but know why, because everyone knows Jay Briscoe, and everyone knows that Jay doesn't take too kindly that the Briscoes have never been one to back down from a fight. And that is exactly what Welsh started 2 weeks ago when he attacked Jay Briscoe and tried to take the world champion out. All he did was piss him off and get his attention. It looks like we may have a match coming up soon for the Ring of Honor World title, and it may be this mysterious Welsh. Once again, if you know who Welsh is, drop a comment in the comment section below. If you don't, ask who he is, and maybe somebody will tell you. But either way, the battle between Welsh and Jay just seems to be getting started. As that closes off the pay-per-view with a pull-apart between Welsh and Jay, as Mark Nigel and a few other security guards and backstage officials break up the two. But fans, this has been one of the better pay-per-views I've done thus far, as we increased our popularity in 16 regions. Things keep looking up for Ring of Honor as I continue to grow the company and move forward with some plans that I'm finally putting in place for the company. But what's next for Roderick Strong? What's next for the decade? ACH, Chris Hero. You know what's next for Jay Briscoe and the World Heavyweight and the ROH World Title. But what is next for everyone else? You have any ideas? Drop a comment in the comment section below. What was your favorite part of this pay-per-view? Let me know. Let me know. And let me know also what you want to see next. If you have any, opinion of what you want to see next. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. Till next time, peace.